My name is Kennedy Stanley, and I will be covering the significance of obesity. So, just to give you a brief description, obesity is a condition characterized by the excessive accumulation and storage of fat in the body. Um, some statistics, according to CDC, in adults, the prevalence of obesity was 39.8% and affected about 93.3 million of U.S. adults in 2015 to 2016. The estimated annual medical cost of obesity in the United States was 147 billion in 2008, and the medical cost for people who have obesity was $1,429 higher than those who have normal weight. Hispanics and non-Hispanic blacks had the highest age-adjusted prevalence of obesity, followed by non-Hispanic whites and non-Hispanic Asians. So the prevalence of those were Hispanics with 47.0%, non-Hispanic blacks were 46.8%, non-Hispanic whites were 37.9%, and non-Hispanic Asians were 12.7%. The prevalence of obesity was 35.7% among young adults aged 20 to 39 years, 42.8% among middle-aged adults aged 40 to 59 years, and 41% among older adults aged 60 and over. Also, according to the CDC, the statistics for children with obesity show that for children and adolescents aged 2 to 19 years old, obesity affects 1 in 5 children and adolescents in the United States. The prevalence of obesity was 18.5% and affected about 13.7 million children and adolescents. Obesity prevalence was 13.9% 2 to 5-year-olds, 18.4% among 6 to 11-year-olds, and 20.6% among 12 to 19-year-olds. Childhood obesity is also more common among a certain population. For example, Hispanics and non-Hispanic blacks had higher obesity prevalence than non-Hispanic whites. Hispanics with 25.8% and non-Hispanic blacks with 22% and non-Hispanic whites with 14.1%. Non-Hispanic Asians with 11% had lower obesity prevalence than non-Hispanic blacks and Hispanics. The health risks of being overweight or obese include type 2 diabetes, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, heart disease and stroke, gallbladder disease, sleep apnea, osteoarthritis, and liver disease and cancer. So some symptoms to look for in obesity that cause day-to-day health problems are things like breathlessness, increased sweating, snoring, the inability to cope with sudden physical activity, feeling very tired every day, back and joint pains, low confidence and self-esteem, and feeling isolated. Race, sex, and income all play a role in who is affected by obesity. Obesity is a complex health issue that results from a combination of causes and contributing factors, including individual factors such as behavior and genetics. Behaviors can include dietary patterns, physical activity, inactivity, medication use, and other exposures. Additional contributing factors in our society include the food and the physical activity environment, education and skills, and food marketing and promotion.